Hey there. How about a Black Metal Monday? Something I haven't done in quite a while. And I figured why not get one out there today and talk about just some awesome black metal that I finally got into the collection relatively recently. One of these I've had for several weeks now, but two CDs I picked up within the last couple weeks. So, yeah, hope everybody's doing okay. Happy Monday. Hopefully this gets your week started off right. Before I move on to the hateful music, I decided to talk about something really quickly. Just want to make an announcement. I created another YouTube channel. Yep, that's right. It is something I've been talking about doing for a while now and really finally sat down, thought it out, decided what I wanted to make the channel about, and popped it up last night and shared it in a community post. It is titled Melody Loves Music. So original. Took such a long time to decide that name. And it's going to be focused on other genres of music that are not extreme metal. So blues, classic rock, jazz, anything like that. Even hip hop. I probably won't ever show hip hop, but hey, there's a chance. Who knows? Um, because most of my collection, believe it or not, of my CDs and my tapes and my vinyl are other music genres, and I am a huge music person. Music is my passion. It has not always just been death metal and black metal. Yes, that is my dog. I'm not editing that out. God only knows what she's barking at today. And I want to start talking about the music over there and having more of a different audience over there, and keeping this separate from it. This channel is not going away. It's not going anywhere. I'm still going to be doing all the things death metal. I still probably listen to death metal about 90% of my day, but every once in a while I pop on something else and always think to myself, man, it'd be really cool to talk about this on YouTube, show it off, really do kind of like an in-depth talk on it more than just a collection update. So that channel has been created. Link will be in the description. Also, I made a community post about it. New videos going up tomorrow. And it's going to be, like I said, you're not going to see any metal on there. Not even, I mean, maybe if I decide to talk about Journey or something. I won't. Maybe I'll do a video on Journey. I don't know. That'll probably go over there. I don't know if my audience here will really appreciate that. But anyway, that's rock anyway. But anyway, just wanted to let you guys know. So I'm not just a hateful son of a bitch. I don't, or, well, not a son of a bitch. I'm not just a hateful bitch. I don't just listen to evil, stupid music. Not stupid music. I'm really fucking this up. I don't just listen to evil music. I really love a lot of other music genres, and I really want to go through and talk and show off the collection and show off box sets. I have a million box sets that I just love to dedicate videos to and give reviews on and all that stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go a little bit backwards today. I normally do the vinyl last. I'm going to do it first today because it is my favorite release to come out this year in regards to black metal. So which to me there hasn't been a whole lot of black metal that has been released. Actually, technically this came out in December, but I just got the vinyl. So technically it came out in December, so it's not a 2023 release. Might as well be, because it came out December 3rd. I mean, again, I don't know. Also, it's an EP. But anyway, and what I'm talking about is the new Moonlight Sorcery EP. Yes, Moonlight Sorcery has a new EP out. I feel like this kind of flew under the radar. Not everybody knows this, but this, The Conqueror from the Stars, Nightwind, The Conqueror from the Stars, I should say. Their first EP, Piercing Through Frozen Eternity, also came out last year. That was phenomenal. It was one of my favorite EPs last year. In fact, I think I probably listened to that, aside from Worms EP, most out of everything that I owned. Finished black metal at its absolute finest. Like I said, I think it kind of flew under the radar just a little bit because I've been talking about it or I've showed it off in a couple of chats and people are like, wait, Moonlight Sorcery came out with another album? I don't know what the reason around that is, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just a group of friends that I have that just aren't paying enough attention. But anyway, this came out on Avant-Garde, right? Yeah, Avant-Garde. And so if you pre-order this, you should be starting to get your stuff in the mail soon. I've had this for a couple weeks now, and I just kept forgetting to like make a video on it and talk about it. But I do prefer the first EP. I will say that. However, I think this has its own ferociousness, this own identity that separates itself from the first EP. It's interesting with that regard to see like what a full length is going to be like. If there's going to be, I'm not too sure. There's a story behind why there was two EPs released in one year, and I don't remember what the whole story around that was. Somebody told me about it a while back, and I couldn't find the chat, and I completely blanked on why. But this is not to say that it's not incredible. It's absolutely a very, very good release. Frosty sounding, definitely that riffage that was on the first EP, like crazy guitar riffage, very much in the proud vein of the Finnish black metal scene, who are just incredible, to be honest with you. It's got that foil stamping. I gotta like move my camera's in kind of a weird angle. It's got that like foil stamping on the tracks, the logo, and the album name. The artwork is a red variant this time, whereas the last EP they released was blue. Reminded me a lot of Emperor. So it's interesting that this is like the red album. The first one was the blue album. But yeah, this is a band that you need to keep your eyes on. I think as soon as they release their first full length, it's going to be very hyped. Just calling that out, but rightfully so. It's a guitar-centric record. So if you're a guitar head, if you really enjoy black metal with amazing guitar riffs, very well out, thoughtful written guitar riffs, you're going to love Moonlight Sorcery. It's definitely got a little bit of a melodic death metal feel to it here and there, but not too much. Not death metal. Did I just say death metal? Sorry, I've got Majesties on my mind. Melodic black metal. Jesus. But yeah, the riffs and solos are phenomenal on this, as always. So, showing off the vinyl, as per usual. You get a lot of goodies with this vinyl this time around. Most notably, this incredible poster that I was quite impressed with. I'm not a big fan of posters in records, to be honest with you. Like, I just don't care if I get them or not. But this is a poster of the band, and they signed it. So it's not a screen print. You can tell that it's like an actual... They actually signed the poster, which I think I saw like an Instagram post of them signing it. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Nice little additional bonus there. I might actually frame this now and hang it in my room just for that reason. I don't think this deserves to be on display. It shouldn't be shoved in a vinyl jacket. But yeah, so there's a poster. And then one other thing, I gotta get it out of here, is, well, I'll show you the record first. Like I said, this thing is stuffed. Printed inner sheet, similar to their last EP. Very similar, it's just red tinted this time around. Lyrics on the other side. Promo pictures of the guys in the band. Very, very evil looking. However, that Telecaster is sweet. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm a guitar nerd. This is like another hobby that I have that I don't ever like talk about on YouTube. I just wouldn't think that a Telecaster would be like the front and center guitar for like a black metal release like this. God damn, now my cat's howling. What is going on today, guys? Anyway, so yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Telecaster is one of my favorite guitars. I actually have a tattoo of it on my back. And so that, just the one call out, and it looks like the guy on the top, I can't pronounce your guys' names, I'm not even going to try to butcher it, might have an ESB single cut on his back there, which is typically like the Nurgle guitar is what I call it, because that's what he plays. Anyway, I am going off on a tangent of things that don't matter about the music right now. Anyway, the Telecaster thing was just something I noticed. And then the record itself is this crystal clear with like this red smokiness in it. However, my camera is not picking that up whatsoever. I did not realize this was the variant that I clicked on Bandcamp, but the way it is like you just like, I don't know. I didn't care, obviously, what record color I got. But yeah, it's basically just a crystal clear record color. I went on the Bandcamp. I have it open right now, and it looks like, are they sold out? Oh, I'm on the band's Bandcamp. I'm not on Avant-Garde's, where the actual merch is. Well, anyway, I don't feel like looking it up. It's very symphonic, by the way. It's symphonic, melodic type of black metal. That's the best I can describe it. With just amazing guitar riffs. I love the guitar riffs. And then 3 times now my animals have caused a disturbance. That was my dog just shaking off and being loud. Anyway, postcard in there, pictures of the band. They look so happy and nice, ready for a dinner party with their parents. And on the other side is like a flyer promoting the record. So really, really nice quality. I will say Avant-Garde makes really nice vinyl pressings, and I'm pretty sure this might be still available. I think you can probably still get it. But yeah, it comes from overseas. The shipping actually is not bad whatsoever, which is why I got it through Bandcamp. It was cheaper than Avant-Garde's website, which I thought was interesting. But I know for sure eventually some distros here in the U.S. like Meteor, Gem, $20 Spin, all of those types, Northern Void, will probably get these in stock too if you don't feel like ordering it from overseas. But yeah, Moonlight Sorcery, Nightwind, The Conqueror from the Stars. Check it out. All right, I somehow talked about that freaking record for like 10 minutes. I can't believe it. Anyway, so now I've got 2 CDs I'm going to show off. One is like a holy shit, what took me so long to buy this? And this is the new Storm Ruler that came out last year. What is that called? Sacred Rites and Black Magic. So the band is out of St. Louis. This is their second full length. Their first full length came out in 2020, I think. It was like the pandemic record. It came out digitally first. They weren't signed to a label, and then they signed to Napalm, and then Napalm released the record, I think, last year. But technically it's been off for almost 2 years. That one, shit, I forgot what that record was called. Let me look it up. I have it. It's Under the Burning Eclipse. That's their first release. That is a very good release. It was one of my favorite releases that year that it came out. I still listen to it all the time. But this came out last year, completely flew under my radar. I didn't listen to it at all. On Napalm Records, again, there's the backside. And I saw that it was $10 in the store that I was at, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pick this up. It's a digipack. I'm not a fan of digipacks, whatever. But it's a decent one. It's actually got a booklet that comes with it. It's not that cheap. The images are nice and glossy. It's in relatively good shape. Most of the time if I get these online, they come fucking damaged or something, or bent to shit, or just whatever. But yeah, digipack, $10. I figured I would throw it into my haul that I got that day from the record store. This was the only metal album that I bought. You're going to see in my other channel the other stuff that I bought. The booklet here is very much in the vein of Storm Ruler / dissection kind of worship here in terms of the artwork, as well as the music. The music definitely reminds me a lot of Stormkeep. I said Storm Ruler just now when I was talking about this. God, I am having trouble talking today. This music is very much in the vein of Stormkeep. That's what it reminds me a lot of, but there's also a lot of dissection worship in here, a little bit of sacramentum, which is pretty much kind of the same thing. So that's the type of black metal this is. It is such a good album. And I cannot believe I didn't listen to this last year and that it flew completely under my radar. And this is definitely one of those albums that if I had heard it, I probably would have had it in my year-end list. I probably would have talked about it a lot more and probably hyped it up a lot more. But yeah, so now I've listened to this several times now. I was fixing the CD because it was upside down. I've listened to it several times now. There's quite a bit of tracks on here too. Some of them are just instrumental, like dungeon synthy tracks. But now that I've listened to it a ton, like a lot, I've spun this probably once a day since I bought it a couple weeks ago because it's a really, really good album. This is pretty much right up the alley of the black metal that I really, really enjoyed to listen to. I kind of want the record now, but I'm not going to get it because I told myself I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm not going to be buying multiple formats, blah, 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 slowing down on vinyl purchases and just music purchases as a whole this year. So yeah, it's a really good album. I feel like this probably is not a surprise. Most of you that watch this video will probably already have heard this and already know it. Similar maybe to the Moonlight Sorcery, but I figured I would talk about it and show it off here today. It's very good. So check it out if you have not. And finally, I saved the iconic legendary one for last because I don't think I really need to talk about it. Pretty much, if you don't know who this is, I would be very shocked, especially if you're a black metal fan. But I saw this, just full transparency here. This was on Amazon for $11. And I was like, surely this is a bootleg. It has to be a bootleg. There's no way this is only $11 on Amazon right now. It's not a bootleg. It's actually an official release from Moribund Records. Actually, is that a bootleg? I don't really know Moribund that much. Let me just look while we're here, you know. How's everybody doing? Oh, it is. It's an official release. Look at that. I don't know what year. Probably repressed it. Have they repressed it anytime soon? Yes, they did. 2018. Oh, so it's a 2018 release. So it's relatively new, surprisingly, that I saw it on Amazon. But anyway, what I'm talking about is Sargai's Satanic Black Devotion. You guys, like, really, do I need to talk about this at all? I've been wanting to get Sargeist in my collection for a very long time. This definitely took me a while to appreciate. I will be honest with you, black metal, as you guys know, has been a journey for me. This is generally one of those things that I just assumed it was sketchy black metal that maybe I should stay away from. I to this day don't know if that's the case. I don't think it is. Pretty sure it's not. But so many people talk about this being one of the best black metal albums ever to be made. And I finally listened to it on YouTube a while ago, months and months, probably a year or two ago. And I really liked it. And I put it on my want list. I really wanted it on vinyl, but man, these prices are awful. And, you know, it's one of those cult classics in the scene. People just absolutely go apeshit for it. And so it makes sense, you know, there's a lot of black metal that's like that where it's just hard to get. Well, I saw this on Amazon. I for sure thought it was going to be a bootleg. It's not. But yeah, simple booklet here of just lyrics and then a nice Burzum image right there. That's a Burzum artwork, right? It has to be. I'm pretty sure it is. If it's not, it's very similar to the album that I can't think of right now. Probably can't even pronounce because it's in a different language. But so I finally picked it up on CD, and it looks like they have several of their other records. So this is their first full length. Again, I don't feel like I need to talk about this. Finished Black Metal came out in 2002, 3, around that time frame. And there's like 4 or 5 other albums after this that I've never really listened to. I've heard Let the Devil In. I liked it, but I haven't listened to Disciple of the Heinous Path or Feeding the Crawling Shadows or Unbound. Like, those are the other ones I have never listened to. So I might do a Sargeist deep dive this week and see, and maybe hunt for some other albums if I like them. But this one is just simply iconic. It is so hateful, so evil sounding. Really just, yeah, I mean, that's the best I can explain it. If you've never heard it, it's definitely got that raw sound to it. I appreciate listening to this with headphones because I catch nuances that I don't necessarily hear on my system back here. And I just, you know, it's a hateful sounding, phenomenal record is the best way I can explain it. So, yep, figured I would just show that off. For sure thought this was... No, okay, so this actually might be a relatively, like, first release here. There's no way. There's like a little thing in the back here that's like, send $1 US or $2 world for your massive mail order catalog full of grim, hateful black metal and filth grind. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, good stuff. I don't think I need to talk about it anymore. I'm sure you've heard it. That's all I have today. Happy Monday. Check out my other channel if you're into other music. Subscribe. The link will be in the description. This week I've got probably 2 or 3 more videos I'm going to record. I have a lot of openness this week with time. I can actually take lunch breaks and can actually log off at a normal hour. So I'm going to be dedicating that into my YouTube stuff. So that's all that I have. See you guys later.